Hey guys, welcome back to my happy place, my home. So happy to have you guys here with me today. Super appreciate it. For today's video, we're gonna do just kind of like a get ready with me where I kind of touch base on a few new products that I've been using. So I have the new Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Concealer in the shade M21. I have the Fenty Beauty Mascara. I have the under eye powder for the Pat McGrath in the shade Medium. And I also have the MAC Glow Play blush in the shade Grand. So yeah, we're gonna play with these goodies today. If you kind of want to see how they perform and what I think about the products, then definitely keep on watching. Another thing that I'm going to touch base on is the Nicole Guerriero Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, just because it is relaunching, and if you're thinking about picking it up, here's a quick look at what it looks like. So yeah guys, if you want to see my thoughts on these products, definitely keep on watching. Okay, so I'm going to start off by taking the Pat McGrath foundation in the color Medium Deep 23. Do a couple pumps of that. This shade is definitely a little darker than what I typically go for, but it works really well for me in the summer, so I feel like I can pull it off in the winter time when I have a lighter concealer. Let me just grab a mirror. But yeah, I don't know if you can tell, it's just a bit richer than my skin tone. But yeah, we're just gonna take that all over the skin. I usually try to avoid the under eye area just because I don't like to pile on too much product under there, just because the eye area can be so delicate, and I do have a lot of lines. I don't know if you can tell. A lot of lines. Probably can't tell at all, but I feel like when I kick too much product underneath there, it tends to really look crepey and just all around bad. Okay, so that is the Medium Deep 23. And then next we're gonna go into the Pat McGrath concealer. This is in the color M21. So when it comes to the color shading, if you are a similar shade to me and you're kind of using this as a reference, I would say go with the Medium 23 for your foundation shade. And then if you want something that's gonna highlight, I would definitely pick up, I was thinking about picking up Medium 15, but I really like to highlight sometimes, so I already own the Medium 21, which I love. I feel like it's a perfect everyday color for me. So yeah, let's throw this bad boy on so you guys can see. Let's see if I can do a little swatch here. But do you see how the foundation is just a lot warmer than my skin? Obviously it doesn't really transfer that well, but just so you can kind of gauge what I'm talking about. And then this is going to be the concealer. Throw this bad boy on. I also really love the packaging. It's super luxe. It is made of glass and it feels really well made. So yeah, I love the packaging. The doe foot applicator is super easy to use and it distributes a nice amount of product. So it works really well. And the color again is just beautiful. The first time I used this, I was actually shocked by how much coverage it has, because I don't know if you've used the foundation before, you know that it has a softer kind of skin like finish, so it doesn't cover a whole lot, you know. It's definitely not full coverage in my opinion. But the concealer, where you are lacking in coverage with the foundation, not that it's lacking in any way, you definitely make up for it in the concealer. It has a lot of coverage and I love it. I definitely would consider this to be a full coverage. I would say about medium to full coverage depending on how you apply it. I always love the good old beauty blender, so that's what I'm going to stick with today. I don't know if you can tell, but do you see how, oh my gosh, that coverage is so insane. I was so shocked. And even though it does have more coverage, it still gives you that beautiful sheen, like natural skin look, if that makes any sense. And you see how it blends out just, oh, it's so beautiful. And that's the concealer. Do you guys see how beautiful and radiant that looks? My skin just looks like skin and I love it. Okay, now to set the concealer, I'm going to jump straight into the Pat McGrath's Blurring Under Eye Powder. I got it in the color medium, and again, I've used both of these products. So one thing I did want to note about this product is that there is definitely a lot of powder kickback. I used the Morphe M501 brush to apply this powder, and I don't know if you can tell, but the inside of it is just completely covered in residue. So that's kind of annoying just because this product is, you know, a little bit on the expensive side. I feel like a lot of it just kind of dissipates into the air. So I don't know here. Oh. That's my only negative. Besides that, I think it's a beautiful product. Do you need it though? That's up to you. I definitely think that it's worth the money, and I think they work flawlessly together. So I'm just blending out the under eye, making sure there aren't any creases, and then I'm going right away with that powder and then gently just tapping. And I don't know if you can tell, but when this product says that it blurs, it is not playing. It just looks so beautiful. I don't know if you can tell, like on this side of my eye, it definitely has just a little bit of texture showing through, and then this side just kind of looks flawless. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful product. I love it. So I kind of just top off all the areas where I applied concealer. See how that just mattifies and blurs? It's literally so gorgeous. Okay guys, that's concealer and under eye powder applied. These products, I definitely feel like they're worth it. I think they are. They're gorgeous. I think we're gonna move into a little bit of contour. I did avoid the areas where I like to apply my contour, so those areas are still a bit tacky from the foundation. And today's contour is going to be the Fenty Beauty contour stick in the color Truffle. And then kind of just apply. I usually have two techniques when it comes to contouring. One is just drawing it straight on when I want a little bit of a stronger contour, and the other is when I apply the contour stick straight to the brush and kind of blend it in that way. That definitely gives you a softer effect. We're gonna go in and blend that out. I also like to take this into the hollows of my eyes here, down the nose, across the nose, and then I like to actually outline my lips to do like a faux lip liner. And I feel like when I do this, my lips just look insanely huge. Beautiful. And then I'd like to take some down here. We're gonna carry on onto this side. And then I think I'm just going to take my beauty blender and use that to blend it. Okay, contour is blended. We're going to jump straight into bronzing now. I have not set those areas, but I will be using this powder to set. I'm going to use the Becca Impanema Sun bronzer. It's beautiful. And then I'm going to be taking a smaller blending brush, and I'm going to take that right into my crease. for today's blush, I have the MAC. This is the Glow Play Blush in the color Grand. I've been looking online at all the colors, and I'm definitely going to pick up a couple of the other colors. The peachy tones are beautiful, but I haven't seen anyone really show off this shade. It's Grand, and that is what it looks like. Here is a swatch. I usually don't go for colors like this, actually, like more pinky tones. I would say it's like a pinky peachy tone, but very muted. It's beautiful. And I know everyone has talked about this, but I love that kind of cushiony feel that this has. It's like a cream powder product. And my favorite way to apply this is with a beauty blender as well. So I just kind of load up my beauty blender, kind of push it in there, a couple taps, and I just go right over. And then I find, because it is that kind of creamy texture, it actually pairs really well with powder products. So I don't have to be afraid, because it ends up drying down with powder anyways. So I feel like it works. But yeah, this color is gorgeous. And then I'm also going to take some of that blush and just kind of hit right above the brow. I feel like it just rounds out all of the warm tones. So I always do cheek, brow, chin. It's so natural and so beautiful. Isn't it pretty? So pretty. Okay, next we're gonna do highlight. So the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerriero Glow Kit actually just relaunched after a few years, and I still have mine from the first launch. So I thought it'd be fun to pick this up again, because I haven't used it in a while, and show you guys if you're thinking about picking it up. But these are the shades, and yes, it's kind of dusty because I've used it and it's older. I love this Daydream color. It's gorgeous. It's so unique. I don't think I've ever found a highlighter that actually matches that. The only thing about these colors is that they're kind of chunky with glitter, so if that's not your vibe, I don't think these are gonna work for you. But yeah, these are the shades, and I'll do a little swatch for you guys. Okay, so here are the shades. They do have a beautiful sheen to them, but I don't know if you can actually see that. Well, you can kind of see it. The glitter particles are definitely picking up on there. So this is going to be Daydream. You see how beautiful that is? That peachy tone is just absolutely gorgeous. This is Forever Young. This is Kitty Cat. This is 143. This is Glow Getter. And this is Forever Lit. My two favorite shades for sure are going to be Daydream and 143. I also really enjoy the Glow Getter, but these two shades are definitely my favorites for my skin tone. So yeah, those are the shades there. And I'm actually going to dip into the Daydream. Love that shade so much. So I'm just kind of tapping. And already I can see those glitter particles kind of packing onto the skin. It's so beautiful though. And then whatever is left on the brush, I actually just kind of hit the apples of my cheek. Okay, isn't it beautiful? Love. Okay, and now for eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Pat McGrath. And I'm going to be going into this shade here. I actually don't remember what the shades are called, and they're not on the back. But this is the Mothership 5 palette, and I'm going to only dip into this beautiful red tone shade here and just kind of do a monochromatic look today. So I'm going to be dipping into that, and I'm going to be using my Morphe M456 brush. It's this kind of guy here. I'm going to go ahead and do a wash of that all over the lid. I'm going to take just a tiny bit right underneath. Super easy. And then I'm going to be taking a little teeny tiny brush here. I'm going to take a Morphe, it's not numbered, but it's just a little brush like that. And I'm going to be taking that same highlight that I used, and I'm going to be hitting the inner tear duct area just to make everything a little more cohesive and lighten things up a bit. Just brighten it up right in here. Next, we're gonna do mascara, and I have the Fenty Beauty mascara here. And I know you guys have seen the campaigns for this product. It's the whole fat to flat concept. It's amazing. This is another product that I've already tried and I love it. I actually really enjoy the fat to flat concept. I think it works really well. I use the longer bristle side to kind of comb through the lashes, and then I actually use the flatter side to hit the tips of my lashes. So that's, I've always kind of done my mascara that way, just kind of brush through and then hit the tips at the end. So this works amazing. I also find that the color is really rich. Okay, that is mascara applied. Yeah, I feel like the mascara definitely helps lengthen and add just the tiniest bit of volume. I only do about 2 coats, and I feel like personally that's enough for me. I love it. And I also find that the formula itself, you know when you buy a new mascara and it's really watery in the beginning and you have to wait a little bit of time before it actually performs, I feel the way it's meant to be, because it dries out a little bit and then it gets a little thicker. I find that right straight out of the tube, that mascara, the Fenty, performs that way. So I love that. I also find that the fat to flat brush or wand, the mascara wand, it is super easy using that longer bristle end to hit the bottom lashes with some mascara. So yeah, I love it. I'm going to go ahead and do brows off camera and we will jump back into the video. I am going to be using the Stila waterproof Stay All Day color. Okay, brows are done. I've been really digging this kind of more natural fluffy brows, so I kind of just fill in my natural brows and I don't really add too much shape. But the next thing we're going to do is go in with the NYX matte liquid liner. I'm just going to deepen up my little beauty marks here. And then the last thing we're going to do today is actually lips. So I do have that kind of faux lip liner from the Fenty stick, and I'm going to be taking the Pat McGrath Genevieve lipstick. And I always, this color is super bright, so I actually don't like to apply it on my lips completely. So I always hit the inner portion and then I rub, and then I hit the cupid's bow. So I definitely have most of the pigment on the center of the lip here, and then it kind of just gradually fades out. So that's my technique when it comes to these lipsticks. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's my whole face. I'm not gonna set my face today just because I feel like I don't really need to. Yeah, so I am going to step outside. I might touch up my brows a little bit more, and I'll show you what the makeup looks like in natural lighting. And then I'm going to come back and do kind of an end of the day check-in to see how the foundation and everything wears throughout the day. So yeah, guys, this is the finished look, and then let's go check it out in natural lighting. Okay guys, so this is what the end of the day face is looking like. As for the concealer, I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites. And the shade is perfect for my skin. I feel like it's really hard for me to find concealers that match me perfectly because I don't really understand my undertones quite yet. I can't tell yet if I'm more of a neutral, olive, or golden. So I kind of play with those 3 undertones with any given brand. But this M21 works really well. If you guys hear any background noise, please forgive me for that. But the M21 works really well. for me every day. I've used the concealer now, I think 5 times since I've purchased it, and it does not smudge, it does not move around, it doesn't disappear. It stays pretty matte throughout the day, and I find that paired with the powder, it looks flawless. So I recommend the concealer 100%, recommend the powder 100%. It's a little pricey, but I feel like it's worth the money. I really love the mascara as well. I usually tend to gravitate towards non-waterproof products just because it's a little difficult for me to remove, and I hate that. But with this one, I find that it's not that difficult to remove, so I love that. And the wand, I love the wand so much. And the blush, I'm not typically a person who likes pinky tone blushes. This is kind of a getting out of my comfort zone kind of color for me, so I'm happy I picked it up. I think it's beautiful. I think it works really well with my skin as well, and look at how long it's lasting. It's beautiful. I don't know if the camera is picking it up. I think it is, but it looks really good, so I highly recommend this blush as well. I feel like I got pretty lucky with these products. Like, I'm so excited. Yeah, I think that's everything. The blush, the mascara, the concealer. This is how I'm looking at the end of the day. Take it as you will, and hopefully it helps you guys when you're making your decision. Okay guys, so that is going to be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed spending your free time with me. I greatly appreciate it. If you guys want to see more content for me, then definitely give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. So yeah, there's definitely a lot more coming, and I hope you guys join the family. I would love it so much. So yeah guys, until next time.